Girls, what strange things do practically all guys do unconsciously? All guys, when they realize they've driven somewhere wrong, suddenly turn off the radio in the car. I can't see anything. The music is too loud. They lower their voice by an octave when talking to their fathers. Most of my friends do this, and so does my boyfriend. And also, when talking to their fathers, they somehow develop this rough, boyish accent. But I even kind of like it, considering I grew up in an Australian village. And girls, when talking to their fathers, on the contrary, raise their voice by an octave. No guy will admit he's drunk until he's completely wasted. You're either sober or wasted. There's no other way. Pat on the pants. When guys go out, they pat their pockets to make sure they didn't forget their phone and wallet. All the guys I know do this. We do a triple pat on the wallet, phone, and keys. They constantly look at the cleavage. Believe me, every girl whose necklines you stare at knows about it. Yes, you should look at the cleavage. It was created for that. Moreover, it is absolutely impossible not to look there. I've tried. Many times it's a natural reaction. You just don't need to stare directly. Looking there is like looking at the sun. Quickly noticed and turned away. We, by the way, also know that you know that we're looking, but you don't dress like that for no reason, do you? It's like, there are guys who park their Ferrari on the street and then complain that someone is taking pictures of their car. If it bothers you so much, keep it in your garage. Guys very rarely wash their bed linen. It's strange that no one mentioned this to me. If a girl's linen isn't washed for more than 2 weeks, she finds it disgusting to sleep on it. But guys, it seems, don't care at all. They can sleep on one sheet for months. Wait, they need to be washed? What? Oh, you can take the sheet off the bed? That's a terrible idea because then you'll have to put it back on. When they say they're hanging out, going out with a friend, it's always about some girl. Because if a guy's really talking about a friend, he just says his name. I've tested this trick about 20 times over the years and was right 100% of the time. It's funny because guys are 100% sure that this is a working scheme. Well, I don't know. I sometimes say friend just because my girlfriend doesn't really know him. If I say his name and he seems unfamiliar to her, then I'll have to explain for a long time who this guy is. I have never met a guy whose house wasn't scattered with change everywhere. They must have something like a bucket for change, or just change lying on the floor. I had an acquaintance who sometimes even slept on pennies. They would stick to him, he would go into the shower with them, and accordingly leave change in the shower. That's because we don't perceive change as real money. They have to accumulate somewhere so that they can later be exchanged for real money. Most often, we keep change in the bedroom, because when we undress, we empty our pockets. Change needs to be left in a logistically convenient place. All guys, when they watch TV, put one hand in their pants. Not to jerk off or anything like that. They just put their hand under the waistband of their pants when they lie on the couch. Are your hands that cold? Maybe you're forced to keep your hand near your junk for some reason. What's the reason? When guys hug, they absolutely have to pat each other on the back exactly 3 times. If you're a real friend, you can also grab your buddy's ass. Is this some kind of regional thing? In our area, guys only pat each other on the back twice. No more, no less. They also sometimes shake hands and lightly pat each other on the back with the other hand. They usually do this after a long separation. We notice when you look at other girls. I've caught my boyfriend doing this many times and teased him about it. He always denies it and completely rejects everything. Now, I sometimes notice attractive chicks myself. Like, dude, there's nothing wrong with that. I also sometimes notice other guys. It's normal. When they play video games, they make wildly strange faces, especially when they get stuck on a level or are too caught up in a firefight. I have to be maximally focused. When I play, I don't give a damn what I look like. I'm only worried about accidentally killing my teammates. Ladies, let's not forget about scratch and sniff. Come on, it's been known for a long time that girls do that too. In this thread, things that guys already know. They make the wildest faces when they sit in a chair and try in vain to get their wallet out of their back pocket. This happens in 100% of cases. We just don't get our wallets out of our back pockets, but out of our asses. Please don't blab our secrets. You don't want us to get robbed. If you take any 2 guys and throw them into a situation where they need to communicate, for example, a double date, they will immediately become best friends, and soon they will have their own secret handshake, which it seems all guys know. The whole point is that guys a priori consider other guys to be normal until they screw up somehow. And with girls, the story is exactly the opposite. When they take off their t-shirt over their head, they always hold it by the collar. This is so the t-shirt doesn't turn inside out. If you grab it by the bottom, you'll have to mess around to put it back on. Then why the hell are my husband's t-shirts always inside out when I do laundry? It drives me crazy. I've even made a rule. You'll get the t-shirt back the way you gave it to me, only clean. Many guys in my circle A. Sacrifice sleep at night for video games. They play as much as the human body can take. B. Deny sleeping during the day, even if I specifically caught someone doing it. They will deny it to the last. For some reason, it can even anger them. No, I didn't sleep. Seriously? I.e., can you simultaneously snore and be awake? I don't know about others, but I find it extremely relaxing to play at night when it's quiet around and no one can disturb me. When you like a shy guy, he first looks you in the eyes for a long time and then looks at the floor. They also point their feet in your direction and laugh at everything you say, even if it wasn't a joke. I don't know for sure if this is true or not, but I've long suspected that most guys only talk to girls they find attractive. It pisses me off when, for example, we're doing some kind of group project, and the guy in the group can't say 2 words to me because he's too busy with the more attractive girls. As if he's afraid that I'll fall in love with him if he talks to me. Edited. Wow, the guys in the comments are saying it's the other way around. Turns out I'm the pretty one in this situation. My whole life is a lie. Yeah, it's the other way around. I have no problem talking to girls I'm not attracted to. I just see them as one of the guys. But if I really like a girl, I stutter like an idiot, so it's better to keep quiet altogether. I don't know if you do this consciously or not, but why do you poop so long? I don't understand this. What's going on there? Are you being sucked into the toilet? Is there some kind of passage to Narnia? We either read there or stare at our phones. It's a great opportunity to enjoy the silence and be alone. It's not about the girls. We just like to sit on the pot. Good thing I read this. I thought I was the only one. My girlfriend poops so fast that sometimes it seems like she just went to pee. Tries not to spend a lot of time in the bathroom. I, on the other hand, see it as time for relaxation. This process has such an awesome therapeutic effect. Why rush? Why do you sometimes smell dirty clothes? I didn't put this shirt in the dirty clothes for no reason yesterday. You know it's dirty. Why are you smelling it? Just wash it. Look, guys, dirty clothes are divided into several categories, and sometimes dirty things are suitable for wearing in certain cases. For example, if you're going to sweat, there's nothing wrong with your clothes smelling. If you need to run to the store quickly, then clothes of medium stink are suitable. If you're going to meet someone important, then you should wear something clean. Maybe it's just our London thing, but I've noticed that guys don't hang anything on the walls. I've seen a lot of rooms in different dorms, and I can say with confidence that guys' rooms are absolutely no different. This is very strange because we live in the center of London, and everyone here lives in rooms the size of a closet. Don't guys want to redecorate the room to suit themselves? And this applies to all ages and professions. All guys have only bare walls and one shelf from IKEA in their room. They constantly ask how long to microwave something. I'm telling you, half the posts in this thread are written by guys. They can calmly be around someone and not feel the need to communicate. Girls always try to find common ground and will do anything to start a conversation. This is usually how it goes. 2 guys know one girl and see each other for the first time. If they have common topics, they talk. If not, they sit in silence. And both are quite comfortable with that. I won't say that this applies to all guys, but I'm often told, "You're too smart for a pretty girl." After this phrase, I don't want to continue the conversation at all. I understand that it's kind of a compliment and that I should graciously accept it, but it sounds so ambiguous. Some people don't believe that this happens to me all the time. I know that there is no malicious intent in this and all that, but this kind of thing can ruin any pleasant conversation. I'm writing this not to complain, but rather to let some not-so-bright guys know that this is not the best way to continue a conversation. It strikes me how 2 guys can be brought together by hatred of each other's interests. For example, let's take musicians or sports teams. Guys can almost get into a fight arguing about which team is better, but it gives them some strange satisfaction and then they are basically willing to meet again. They constantly wipe their dirty hands when, for example, they eat chips on any nearby surface. On the sofa, armchair, leg. God, when will you finally learn to use the napkins we buy you? Almost all guys smell, but not everyone realizes it. It's important to maintain a balance. You don't need to stink like an old dirty sock, but you also don't need to douse yourself in cologne like schoolboys like to do. If you find the right balance, girls will be willing to steal your sweatshirt. You don't need to announce to everyone that you've sprayed yourself with cologne. It should be discovered by girls. Listen, miss, I'm just tired of going for a new sweatshirt every week. It constantly amazes me that all guys, from jocks to the ultimate nerds, always sit with their legs wide apart in university classes. There should be at least 70 centimeters between their knees, otherwise they can't. When a girl holds the door for a guy, he can't just walk through. For some reason, he feels a strong need to touch the door himself. Seriously, pay attention to this. It always happens. It's just male politeness. This is how we show girls that they don't need to hold the door anymore. You can save a few seconds of your life. Don't take it as ingratitude. Thank you very much for viewing, and girls in the comments, please write what strange things almost all guys do unconsciously, and I suggest watching a video about why guys are unnecessarily insecure, and girls, what do you do that guys don't know about?